It's Jen Wilson here from IamJenWilson.com. And I wanted to do this short video today because I posted a photograph yesterday of me sitting in a deep squat. Now, deep squat is sometimes bandied about as the ideal posture or a great place for you to be, and for a lot of people it can be. For some people it's impossible to get there, and there's lots of different factors in why you can't get there. So I'm sitting in a fairly deep squat just now, but I have my heels rested into a cushion as I'm sitting here. So you could use cushions to let your heels be slightly elevated. That can really help people. You could use rolled up yoga mat to give you a little bit of height instead. That would work just as well. Or you could use yoga blocks, depending on what kind of blocks you've got. So there's lots of different tools that you could use to get you into a deep squat if that's something that you feel that you really need to have in your life. Deep squats are really good for ankle, knee and hip mobility. They're also good to come in and out of to build strength in these areas. The thing that's worth pointing out, and I've mentioned this in the post to my friend who commented that she can never get into a deep squat, lots of factors that are coming into play here and whether or not a deep squat is going to be possible for you. So ankle flexibility, with your foot flat on the ground and the heel down, if you can get your knee coming forward or back as you're standing up without the heel wanting to lift. A couple of factors here. There could be a little lock happening in the ankle joint, which sometimes there's a small bone in there that pushes forward slightly. That can easily be manipulated to pull back if that was what the reason is. Other things that could be going on here: tight fascia through the sole of the foot, tight Achilles tendon, tight calf muscle, tight knees, tight hamstrings, tight quads, tight butt, tight back. Tight shoulders can even influence whether or not you can get into a deep squat. So there's lots and lots of things that are going to influence there. Also the bone length. So the ratio of your thigh bone to your shin bone is going to influence whether or not you can get into a deep squat. So if you're quite short through your femur, your butt's going to be much higher. If you're long through your femur, your butt maybe going to be a bit lower. The muscle bulk, so how big your muscles are here, is going to influence as well. If you've got big hamstrings and big calf muscles, they're going to meet much faster than somebody who's got small, thin muscles. Another thing, I'm going to bring Freya in here, meet Freya, is the shape of your pelvis. So these pelvic bowls here, some people have got really deep bowls, some people have got quite flat bowls, some people have got wide hips, some people have got narrow hips. Also where the thigh, excuse your hand please, also where the thigh bone, where this joint comes in and how deep this sits into the socket. So for some people it sits really quite tight in, which is going to influence hip mobility. For some people it's quite far out. And again, that's going to influence your hip mobility, so that's going to have an influence as well on whether or not you can get into a deep squat. There's lots of factors that are included. There are lots of things that can be done to help you, including